A 52 male woke up at 5:43 a.m. last Tuesday with an elephant sitting on my chest. Couldn't breathe right. Left arm felt weird. Cold sweat everywhere. Shook my wife, Veronica, 48, awake. Something's wrong. Chest hurts bad. Need hospital. She groaned, looked at her phone. Seriously? Today? You know what today is? Her 48th birthday. The big party she'd been planning for 3 months. Catered. 75 guests. Matching decorations. The works. Ronnie, I think I'm having a heart attack. She sat up, annoyed more than alarmed. You're probably just stressed about my party. Take some Tums. I tried to stand. Legs gave out. Crashed into the nightstand. That got her moving. Not out of concern, but anger. Great. Just great, Russell. You're going to make us late setting up. She called 911 like it was customer service for a wrong order. My husband claims he's having chest pains. On my birthday. Yes, I'll hold. EMTs arrived fast. Did an EKG right there. One looked at the other, said something about STEMI. They moved quick after that. As they loaded me onto the gurney, Veronica actually said, "Can you guys hurry? I have a party at 2. In the ambulance, between oxygen mask adjustments, I thought about our 23 years together. When did she become this person? Or was she always like this, and I just made excuses? At the hospital, they rushed me straight to cardiac cath. Widowmaker. 95% blocked. If I'd taken those Tums and gone back to bed, I'd be dead. Came out of surgery groggy, but alive. First thing I see, Veronica in the corner. On her phone, clearly upset. Thought maybe she'd been worried. Nope. The caterer says they can't push back the delivery. The food will be ruined. The venue won't refund. This is a disaster. Me, barely conscious, sorry. She looked up, tears in her eyes. Not relief tears. Angry tears. You ruined everything by having that heart attack on my birthday. Do you know how long I planned this? How much it cost? Everyone's asking where we are. The nurse, checking my vitals, stopped mid-blood pressure squeeze. Just stared at her. Me, my bad. That's all I said. My bad. For almost dying on her birthday. Veronica, it's not just bad, it's selfish. You couldn't have waited 1 day. The nurse, ma'am, he can't control when arteries block. Veronica, nobody asked you. Can he leave AMA? The party starts in 3 hours. Nurse, he just had a stent placed. He could die. Veronica huffed, grabbed her purse. I'm going to try to salvage something from this mess. Thanks for nothing, Russell. She left. On my first day, post-heart attack, to go to her birthday party, without the husband who almost died. The nurse stood there, mouth open. In 20 years, I've never... Me either. Hey, you guys notarized documents here. Update 1. Still in the hospital. Complications with one of the meds, needed monitoring. Gave me time to think and plan. Veronica visited twice. Both times to complain. Visit 1. Everyone thinks I'm a terrible person for having the party without you. Like I was supposed to cancel everything because you had bad timing. Visit 2. Your insurance deductible is $5,000. There goes the vacation I wanted for my birthday. Never asked how I felt. Never asked what doctors said. Just complaints about how my near-death inconvenienced her. But here's the thing about being stuck in a hospital bed. You have time, and hospitals have social workers. And social workers know lawyers. Met with Eleanor Whitman, estate attorney, right there in my hospital room. Lovely woman. Brought her own notary. I need to update my will, I told her. Of course. Major health events often prompt that. What changes? Everything. See, my original will was simple. Everything to Veronica. House, retirement accounts, life insurance, the works. About $1.2 million total. We had no kids, so it all went to her. The new will? More complex. House, to my nephew Garrett. Good kid, struggling with student loans. 401k, to my sister Diane. She's raising 3 kids alone after her husband died. Life insurance, to the cardiac rehab center that would be saving my life. Personal items, distributed among family and friends who actually gave a damn. For Veronica, $5,000. Exactly what she complained my deductible cost her. Eleanor raised an eyebrow. That's quite a reduction for your spouse. May I ask why? I told her about the birthday party complaint. The deductible whining. The 23 years of subtle selfish behavior I'd ignored until it literally nearly killed me. Eleanor, I see. Well, it's your estate. But she could contest this. Me, let her. I'm also filing for divorce when I get out. Eleanor, then we should discuss removing her as power of attorney and healthcare proxy. Me, already told the nurses. My sister's now on all the forms. The papers were signed, witnessed, notarized, and filed that afternoon. Official as it gets. That evening, Veronica actually showed up. With balloons. Happy birthday balloons. Since you ruined my actual birthday, I thought we could celebrate now. She brought a cupcake. One. For herself. Lit the candle right there in the cardiac unit. Make a wish. I asked. Already did. For you to get better, so we can go on that cruise I wanted. Me. Hope it comes true. She ate the cupcake while scrolling Instagram, showing me posts from her party. Look how empty it looks without us there. So embarrassing. The nurse came in for evening meds. Saw the balloon, the cupcake wrapper, Veronica's attitude. Made eye contact with me. I just shrugged. After Veronica left, complained about parking fees on the way out, the nurse came back. You okay? That was something. Me, I'm great. Best I've felt in years, actually. And I meant it. Clarity's a hell of a drug. Update 2. Got discharged yesterday. Diane picked me up. Veronica was at her Pilates class. Can't miss it. You know how hard it is to get that time slot. Fine by me. Gave me time to execute phase 2. See, while I was recovering, I did some research. Turns out, when you're married 20 plus years and suddenly change your will to leave your spouse almost nothing, lawyers recommend documentation. So I started documenting. Found 3 years of credit card statements. Her birthday parties, girls' trips, shopping sprees, $68,000. My birthday presents from her. Amazon gift cards totaling $150. Our anniversary trips, charged to my card, planned around what she wanted. Romantic getaways to outlet malls and spa resorts. The kicker? Text messages I'd saved. Hundreds of them. Her complaining to friends about. My boring job that funded her lifestyle. My dad bod while I paid for a trainer. My cheap gifts that were thoughtful but not Instagram-worthy. My selfishness for wanting to save for retirement. Then I found a group chat from her birthday. While I was in surgery. Veronica, of course Russell had to make today about him. Friend, is he okay though? Veronica, he's fine. Doctors are so dramatic. Meanwhile, MY party is ruined. Friend, Veronica, what? I'm the victim here. Screenshots saved. All of them. When I got home, she'd redecorated. New furniture. New art. Apparently, retail therapy for her trauma of my heart attack. Like it? She asked. I figured while you were gone, might as well refresh. Oh, the couch was $3,000. I used your card since mine was maxed. Me, it's nice. Veronica. See? I knew you'd understand. Oh, I also booked us couples massage for tomorrow. You probably need it after the hospital. Me? Can't. Cardiac rehab starts tomorrow. Veronica. Skip it. The massage is more important. We need to reconnect after you put me through all this. I put her through? Me. No, I'll go to rehab. Doctor's orders. She pouted. Actually pouted. You're being selfish again. That word. Selfish. For prioritizing not dying. The next morning, while she was at hot yoga, I met with a divorce attorney. Timothy Morrison. Sharp guy, been doing this 30 years. Showed him everything. The texts, the credit card statements, the birthday hospital story. Tim, in my career, I've seen a lot. This is special. She complained about your heart attack, ruining her birthday. Me, while I was still hooked to monitors. Tim, and you've already updated your will? Me, first thing I did. Tim, smart. Here's what we do. The plan was simple. No fault state meant she'd get half of marital assets regardless. But I could protect future earnings and inheritance. And most importantly, I could time things strategically. When do you want to file? Tim asked. Her birthday's in 51 weeks. Too long to wait. Tim laughed. I like how you think. But why wait? Because I want one more birthday party story. And I need time to prepare. Update 3. Cardiac rehab is going great. Down 15 pounds. Energy's back. Stopped eating Veronica's healthy cooking. Turns out quinoa bowls at 900 calories aren't healthy. Started meal prepping. Feel human again. Veronica hates it. You're becoming obsessed with this health stuff. It's annoying. This from a woman who does yoga 6 days a week. But my health is obsessive. More documentation. She threw out my meal prep because it was cluttering the fridge. Complained to friends that I was no fun since I couldn't drink on my meds. Told her mother I was being dramatic about dietary restrictions. Bought a treadmill, then was mad when I actually used it. But the real revelation came from her friend Marissa. Sweet woman. We'd known her for years. She called me last week. Russell, I need to tell you something. About Veronica's birthday party. The one you missed. Yeah. She gave a speech about how strong she was for dealing with your situation. How brave she was to carry on celebrating despite your attention-seeking. She actually used those words. Not surprised. Russell, people walked out. Like actually left. Your mutual friends, they were disgusted. She doesn't know I'm calling, but I thought you should hear it from someone. Thanks, Marissa. Are you okay? Really okay? Better than I've been in years. And I was. Every day of clarity made me realize how deep I'd been buried. How much I'd accepted as normal that wasn't. Started reaching out to old friends. Ones Veronica had deemed boring or beneath us. Turns out they'd been worried about me for years. She isolated you, man, my college roommate Jerome said. We tried reaching out, but she always had reasons you couldn't hang out. Patterns. All patterns I've been too blind or too comfortable to see. Meanwhile, Veronica was planning next year's birthday. Bigger, better, more expensive. I deserve it after this year's disaster, she said. I'm thinking a yacht, maybe a weekend cruise. You'll be better by then, right? Absolutely. I'll be much better by then. She smiled, missing the subtext entirely. Good. And no heart attacks this time. She laughed. Actually laughed about it. I laughed too. For different reasons. Final update. Veronica's 49th birthday was last weekend. The yacht party was everything she dreamed of. 100 guests. Catered by the city's best. Designer dress. Professional photographer. The works. I paid for all of it. Smiled for every photo. Gave a touching speech about second chances and appreciating life. She basked in it, probably thinking I'd finally learned my lesson about ruining birthdays. The party ended at 10 p.m. By 10:15, everyone was gone except Veronica, me, and a process server I'd hired to wait in the parking lot. Mrs. Russell. She turned, champagne glass still in hand, tiara slightly crooked. You've been served. She took the papers, confused. Opened them right there under the marina lights. Divorce papers, and a copy of my new will. Tim said I didn't have to share the will, but I wanted to. The scream probably woke up Fish. What is this? On my birthday? Me. Happy birthday. I didn't want to ruin it by having bad timing again. She read frantically, mascara running. $5,000? $5,000? After 23 years. Me. Same as my deductible. The amount you complained about. Seemed fitting. Veronica, you can't do this. I'm your wife. I stood by you. Me. You went to your party while I was in cardiac ICU. Veronica, that was different. I couldn't cancel. The process server, a young woman who'd clearly seen some things, just stood there taking it in. Veronica turned on her. You ruined my birthday. Process server, ma'am, I just deliver papers. Veronica spun back to me. This is about that stupid heart attack, isn't it? You're still holding a grudge. Me, no grudge. Just clarity. You showed me who you are. I believed you. She threw her champagne glass. Missed me, hit the yacht. Owner was not pleased. I'll take everything in the divorce. You'll have nothing. Me, we're in a no-fault state. You'll get half the marital assets. About $400,000. Should cover a lot of birthday parties. Veronica, but the will, you can't. That's my money. Me was. Now it's Garrett's house and Diane's retirement fund. The meltdown was spectacular. Screaming about lawyers, about fairness, about how I was the selfish one. Marina security showed up. Then actual police. I'd warned them this might happen. Paid extra for security. They gently encouraged her to leave. As she was being escorted to her Uber, I'd arranged that too. Knowing she'd be in no state to drive, she turned back one last time. You planned this. You've been planning this since the hospital. Me. Since you complained about my heart attack ruining your birthday, yes. Veronica, I hope you have another one. The cop escorting her stopped. Ma'am, that's enough. She left screaming about cruel husbands and stolen birthdays. It's been a week. Veronica is staying with her mother, who called to say I'm heartless for ambushing her daughter. I reminded her that her daughter complained about my actual heart stopping on her birthday. That's different, she said, then hung up. The divorce is proceeding. Veronica hired an aggressive lawyer who's trying to challenge the will. Eleanor says he has no case. Spouses can't contest wills that leave them something, just the amount. And $5,000 is something. My health? Better than it's been in decades. Down 35 pounds. Cardiac rehab graduated me to regular gym. Met someone there, actually. Patricia. She's a nurse. Watched her husband through cancer. Gets what actual support looks like. We're taking it slow. She knows the whole story. Laughed when I told her about the birthday ambush. Poetic, she said. She valued her birthday over your heartbeat. You gave her a birthday she'll never forget. Veronica's been texting from different numbers. I block them as they come. Same themes. I'm cruel. She's the victim. 23 years wasted. She'll be homeless. She won't. Everyone thinks I'm horrible. They don't. Garrett called yesterday. Once the divorce is final and the will executes, hopefully far in the future, he'll own my house. Uncle Russ, I can't accept this. It's too much. You visited me in the hospital. You cared. That's worth everything. Diane cried when I told her about the 401k designation. You need this for retirement. I need family who gives a damn. Got plenty of that. The cardiac rehab center called about the life insurance designation. They want to name a wing after me. I suggested the Russell Second Chance Center. Don't you mean the Russell Veronica Center? They asked. No, just Russell. Veronica would complain about the timing. Life's short. Almost found that out the hard way. But sometimes a heart attack is just the wake-up call you need. My heart's good now. Strong. Clear. Pumping blood to a brain that finally sees straight. Veronica's next birthday? Not my problem. But I hear she's planning another yacht party. Hope the weather cooperates. Wouldn't want bad timing to ruin it. Edit. Since amassed. Yes, the will is ironclad. Yes, she can contest, but leaving her something, even $5,000, makes it nearly impossible to win. The house is safe for Garrett. And yes, I'm still in therapy, actual therapy, not cardiac rehab, to process 23 years of subtle emotional abuse. Turns out heart attacks aren't the only things that can kill you slowly. Sometimes it's the person sleeping next to you.